Coming back to that somatic inquiry while we're here, how adaptable and flexible are we? What areas of our life are we feeling really stuck in right now and stagnant or resisting change? Do we fear new pathways and new ways of being? Welcome to the Monday Movement series. I'm going to take you through some somatic practices to start to inquire the area of our neck and our throat space. And so if you've been having some neck stiffness or tension, some throat issues, some voice issues, we're going to go into a little bit of the throat chakra as well. This is the episode for you. Now, as with any somatic practice that I do, I would love to preface that if you have anything going on with your neck or your throat that is a medical emergency, things like severe neck pain, not being able to move your neck, having something in your throat, a slight constriction where you feel like you can't breathe, of course, seek medical professional attention. But if this is just a mild discomfort or a pain that you've been chronically working with and has been cleared through your doctors and you just want to start to explore the metaphysical components of it and it is safe to do so, then of course you can meet me here in this practice and we can inquire into the emotional, mental, and energetic components of the discomfort in your neck and throat space. And so when we are going through a somatic practice, we always want to go through the movement or the pose with a real reverence and gentleness to the body, where we explore our boundaries and our limitations of our discomfort in our bodies throughout any of the somatic movements, but to the point that we're comfortable with. So always have that respect for your body. If you feel like you're going too far, trust that intuition or that instinct and come out of the pose or out of the movement a little bit more. Soften. Do it less, slow down a little, come out of the deeper stretch into a lesser intense stretch. And so always have this in the back of your mind when you're going through these movements. So we're going to start off in a seated position. It can be seated in a chair, cross-legged, kneeling, legs out in front of you, whatever is comfortable to you. We're going to be focusing on the neck and the upper shoulders predominantly. And so it really doesn't matter which position you are in terms of sitting, but just find your comfortable space and we'll get started. So we're going to get started by placing one hand to the side of us, whether we're in a chair or not. We're just reaching out to the side, and this is going to anchor down the shoulder. And then from there, we're going to invite our ear of the opposite side to its shoulder, and this is creating a side stretch. And we're just going to breathe through that and sit with that and just invite it to slowly drop down with gravity, with the breath, anchoring into the breath. Starting to somatically inquire if there's any stiffness or pain or discomfort that is bearable to work with. Starting to inquire what it is that has you feeling so stuck and restricted in your life right now. When we have neck issues, this represents inflexibility and an overdrive of the masculine. That very much linear structured energy of the masculine can sometimes hold us back in the sense that we become too rigid in our ways of being. We struggle to adapt and change to new ways of being. And so are we open to change is what we can start to ask ourselves here. Coming out very slowly, back to center, and switching over to the other side, so reaching with the other arm now. And then inviting the ear to the opposite shoulder. Inviting the neck to release slowly with gravity, dropping in with the breath, noticing the sensations. And so yes, coming back to that somatic inquiry while we're here, how adaptable and flexible are we? What areas of our life are we feeling really stuck in right now and stagnant or resisting change? Do we fear new pathways and new ways of being in certain areas of our lives? Doesn't have to be all areas. For example, maybe you're resisting learning something new out of the fear that you won't be good at it straight away, which no one's good at anything straight away. Not perfect anyway. And then coming back up, slowly coming out of it with reverence, thanking the body for everything that it has shown you through that movement. And now we're going to move into nods of the head. This is going to mobilize the neck forwards and backwards, flexion and extension of the cervical spine of the neck. But as we're doing this, we're going to start to somatically inquire into the throat chakra. So we're bringing in the energetics of that blue throat chakra nestled into the center of the neck there. And so as we're nodding down and up, this is our yes. And so just starting the movement, going as far as is comfortable to you. It may be a really big movement, it may be a really small movement, just going with what feels right for you. And starting to inquire, where in your life have you said yes lately that you feel like you should have said no? So where in your life are you being perhaps a little too agreeable for the sake of people pleasing, when really you should just be doing what you want to do and saying yes to what lights you up? So just starting to somatically inquire that. Where have I said yes where I should have said no? Just thinking about that, visualizing a blue golden light coming through the neck and clearing out any of these thoughts or emotions that come up as you pass through this motion. And then from there, coming back to center, we want to start to turn our head from side to side. So we're going to start to inquire into our nose. So gently turning the left ear to the left side, along with our gaze, and then turning our right ear to the right side, followed by our gaze, and just going back and forth slowly with reverence to a point that feels right for you. If it feels restricted on one side more than the other, start to inquire into that sensation. And start to ask yourself, where have I wanted to say no and I just didn't for the sake of people pleasing? You know, where did I really not want to do something and I wanted to say no, but for the sake of people pleasing others, I said yes. Or perhaps it was to keep the peace, you know. But just feeling into your nose, where have you lately said no, where you really meant yes, or you wanted to say no, but you didn't? Just feeling into that, feeling into the restrictions and everything that's coming up. And again, visualizing that blue light coming through the neck, clearing all of these things that are processing through you right now as you move through this movement. And then coming back to center, opening the eyes, just sitting with everything that's processed, breathing through 3 more breaths, slow and deep. And I encourage you to try this practice out for yourself in your own time so that you have no time constraints. Just practicing your side stretches on either side, querying where it is that we're feeling like we're restricted or we're being stubborn in a certain area of our life, or we're not wanting to change and adapt, where we're feeling inflexible in our life. And then practicing our yeses and nos, querying into the moments recently where we've said yes and we meant no, or vice versa. I hope you enjoy this practice. Let me know how you go once you've tried this out for yourself in your own spare time, and I'll see you in the next episode.